Hello Internet. Figured it's about time for another weekly leaf report. Today is July 22nd, and I actually just recently got back from an out-of-state work trip. I was gone for 3 weeks, and we hit peak temperatures for the summer, or I should say for the year, while I was gone, up to 100 degrees. And well, these guys didn't fare well without their true father taking care of them. The caretaker during the time did a good job, but I was just unaware of how much water these guys would need as I was gone with the high temperatures. So I mainly wanted to make this video today. We'll get to that in a second. I wanted to make this video to, I guess, give you guys some confidence in case something like this happens to you. As you can see, that's the Makawa seedling there. Didn't get watered enough while I was gone, and it dropped all of its leaves, and I was really upset when I got back, but there is hope. God made all of these trees with the ability to kind of work with nature on when it rains and when it doesn't. So this tree dropped all of its leaves. I don't know how much is going to come back here. It looks like we've got some budding up top right there. So this tree is alive still. All of its leaves are gone, but it's going to push out again. Let me give you another example here. This is Rikuzen Shidare. Lost every single one of its leaves. When I got back, all the leaves were still attached. They look like this. Of course, I was distraught. I was upset, but I left it in the same place. I kept it wet too. And look, every single bud is swelling back up and it's pushing out again. So this baby dragon, Acer truncatum, lost quite a bit of leaves as well. So you can see there's still some dead ones on here, but it's pushing back too. These are Acer mono. This guy lost just about all of his leaves. Bam. Like I said, we'll get back to this guy. I was really upset, and then I looked down. So it's still alive. I left it right where it was. Of course, I lost about half the tree. You can see where it's black and where the bark turns green. But that's life. I had a large sagan here. I have since planted that at my soon-to-be house. I've planted quite a few trees, took them over there. This right here is Acer shirasaonum sensu. Lost every single one of its leaves. I thought for sure it was dead. As you can see, got some swollen buds there. They're gonna push out again. So I got really lucky. I guess I came back right in time. My Mila got real scorched, but she made it through. So I only ended up losing about 4 trees total. Unfortunately, this right here was Shinda Shoujo, cutting grown, or air layer, not sure, but it doesn't have a graft union, and it lost about 90%. As you can see, this bark is dead. It's black, but still down here is green. And if I can get my camera to focus here, you can see I've got one branch that's pushing back. So I felt like I was just getting a good shape on this for a bonsai, and we're back to square one. But you know what? Nature is resilient, and in due time, it'll be pretty again. So a lot of my stuff got scorched. This is a Kotohime cutting. It's gone, but you know what? This is my other Kotohime cutting, and it's still alive. You can see those buds are about to push out again. So I guess I'm making this video to tell you that if your tree is underwatered and it decides to scorch all of its leaves and lose them, don't give up hope yet, because even with no leaves, or maybe just one leaf, your tree can push back out and use the energy that it has been gathering all summer via photosynthesis to push back out a new set of leaves. This guy, the only buds I'm seeing are right here, but you know what? It's coming back. So the only downside with this that I know of is, for example, this tree here has had its leaves all summer. It'll have time to properly shut down and lose these leaves when it gets cold. The issue I may run into is it's getting into late July now, and by the time these leaves are all mature, I'm not entirely sure they're going to want to be shutting down for the winter time come about October, because it's an entirely fresh set. You know, these leaves here have been here all summer. They're ready. They will be ready to shut down when the time is right. Just nature's clock. But when something like this happens, that clock can kind of get thrown off. So that is something I'm prepared for. Could be a lot of dieback in the wintertime. Could end up losing these trees that I thought would come back. But anyways, that's just a short update. I've been moving and working out of state for extensive periods, and so not that you guys have been waking up every day and wondering where I've been, but just thought I'd update you on where I've been. And if you're in a situation like this, don't give up hope. This right here, Acer Palmata Mayday. If you're in the maple trade, you know that this is not a cheap tree. I'm very upset about this, but you know what? That's my saving grace. Of course, if you have a dwarf tree, it's not going to grow back as quickly, but that's my hope, that this very expensive tree will come back. I lost that much, probably a good 2-3 years worth of growth. This right here is a red panda. He got scorched, but still has got some leaves and quite a few buds, so not too worried about this one. But you know, every case is different. If you've gone through this summer, just keep it wet while it's in the process of regrowing on a new set, and cross your fingers. Good luck.